So this video, oh my gosh, this one's a long time in the making. This year has been really exciting, and I've been very grateful for being able to travel this fall. I'd been wanting to go somewhere in the vicinity of the Northern Lights for so many years and take self-portraits right underneath them. I got the opportunity to travel to Alaska, and I thought, why not? Let's go for it. So I crossed my fingers, basically, checked the forecast, hoped for the best. My chances the weekend I was supposed to be in Anchorage was only a KP2, but I figured as long as I tried and, you know, just like went for it, maybe I could get lucky. But I did get to take some self-portraits anyways, and I still wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to share that whole trip with you. So with that, let's just get right into it, and let's go to Alaska. The first part of my flight was a little brutal. Being in the very back of the plane usually is for me, as I don't do very well in high elevation. I touched down to Seattle for a total of 10 minutes before I had to board my next flight, just enough time to grab a coffee. I spent my flight reading and working on my novel, and before I knew it, I was staring out at the vast mountainscape of Alaska, and it was time to land. So I made it. Bro, I've never rented a car out of state, so especially not one this big, so I'm freaking out a little. My anxiety is just through the roof. This dashboard is rocket science to me. I just want to put my suitcases away so it's a little bit more inconspicuous. Oh my gosh, I thought it was here this whole time, but it's right here, right in front of me. I feel ridiculous, but it's fine. I love traveling so much, but every once in a while I get these moments where I just feel incredibly overwhelmed and I don't really know what to do, and then I get a little homesick, but you know, it's gonna be great. This is what it's telling me. It's gonna be amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. But I'm gonna get some groceries and then go to my Airbnb and just chill out and just relax a little bit because we're here. It's fine. And here are the Northern Lights. Just kidding. So yeah, I didn't get to see the Northern Lights while I was in Alaska, and even though I was pretty bummed I did not see them, I decided I wasn't gonna let it get me down. Besides, look how cute my Airbnb was. The hosts seemed really into the local music scene, which if you know anything about me, that speaks to me as well. I decided I'd make the most of my time there, so I drove to a nearby park to location scout for my gig the next day and take some self-portraits. But I'm out here, going on a little hike, get some fresh air. And I brought my camera, I brought my tripod. So, we're gonna get some photos. Northern Lights or not. So, I'm excited. As I was walking, look who I ran into. Yep, a moose. I was so shocked by that, I almost ran into these two ladies with their dog. We parted ways at the beach, and I picked that spot to take my photos. It was a little rainy, which was such a nice change compared to the triple-digit weather I was in before getting here. Unfortunately, my remote shutter wasn't working super well, so I didn't take as many self-portraits as I'd hoped, but I took in the sights and enjoyed the fresh air. Then on my walk back, I decided to hit record and talk a little bit about my experience. Oh, that's a broken branch right there. Alright, I'm gonna get off, make sure I'm safe and alert. And would you look at that? More moose. Apparently these guys live here in this park and they're totally safe from hunters, and a little bit more used to people than I was expecting too. Oh my gosh, I made it to my car. I'm a little winded. I wasn't anticipating walking 10,000 steps today, but that's okay. I feel way better. I totally needed that. And also, I have not seen moose up that close before, let alone that many. It was a little freaky, but there were a ton of people around. Everybody was safe. Everybody was keeping their distance, being respectful. So it was really cool to see. So I needed that. I'm gonna grab something to eat and go to bed. I spent the next day working at a client shoot and soon enough was back at the airport. Here's a really good local cider I had as well. So I thought I was gonna leave this video there, unsuccessful and not having captured the Northern Lights, which I was really bummed about. But I also knew going there that my chances were pretty much slim to none. But I decided that I was just like not quite satisfied with it, so I shelved it for a little bit. It just needed something. I felt like I was missing something. However, last month, after I had shelved the video, I was just playing video games in this little room right here. My brother-in-law sent me a text and told me to look outside. Sure enough, Northern Lights right outside of my window. So I grabbed my camera and we got the Northern Lights photos. Unfortunately, my camera bag broke while I was taking it into the car and out came my camera. It took a really bad fall and I didn't even know if it was gonna even make it through that shoot, let alone like the next couple of weeks. But I wasn't gonna let that stop me from trying to take the photos anyways, because I really wanted to capture the Northern Lights so bad. Since I was just so focused on trying to make sure that my camera was working, I unfortunately didn't get any video actually of that whole process. I will tell you that my husband was very helpful. My Bluetooth and my remote connector was not working at all, so I had my husband hit the shutter and I posed. I actually was able to bring over stuff I wasn't able to bring to Alaska, which was really cool. I brought my sword right here, and I brought some chainmail and like really got to have fun with it. And we drove off to a location where we thought we would be able to see the Northern Lights just a little bit better than where we were at. So once that was done, it was time to edit all the photos I took from both of the shoots. So let's get into it. So for the photos I took in Alaska, they were just a quick edit in Lightroom. While I didn't just take self-portraits, I also took some photos of the landscape, and of course of the moose. I spent about 3 hours of editing on the one that I took from back home. Didn't want to do much other than enhance what was in camera and make myself stand out a little more in the background. Considering the conditions of my camera weren't ideal, I didn't get as good of a picture as I hoped, but I'm hoping that it just means that I'll have another chance to capture the Northern Lights again in the future. Better than ever before. With that, it looks like we're about ready for the reveal. So we're here after a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time on this video and on this project, and we're here, we're at the end. As far as reactions goes, I feel like from start to finish it was really hard to just make happen, you know? Also, my dog is very distracting. There's dog. I really liked the Alaska photos. But yeah, like I said, obviously we didn't get the Northern Lights, but I did not expect the Northern Lights to hit multiple times our area. So I don't know, it was just pretty cool to be able to do that nonetheless. I didn't get to dedicate as much time as I was hoping to take those photos just because there was just so little room to prep and we just went for it. On the bright side, my camera's fixed now, so we're good. Whenever those Northern Lights do come back, I'm gonna be taking that opportunity, but I'm really proud of myself for still making everything happen and just pushing through the difficulties that we were having and that I was having just like throughout this whole process. So I still really liked the final result. At the end of the day, it's not perfect, but we got it, we're here, and it has a really cool story. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for joining. People want you to look at the camera when you're watching YouTube videos. Is that eye contact? Does that count? And I don't like doing that. Eye contact is uncomfortable. I'm just like, I feel like I'm making eye contact with people in real life. I'm like, hi, I'm not doing too much eye contact, right? If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.